A real man doesn't concern himself with a fishing license. But you're going to let another grown man in a little vest tell you where you can and can't fish? Oh, I didn't know you owned all the fish. Oh, they belong to you? Huh. So last time I checked, they belong to Earth. Is your mother's last name Nature? No? Oh, okay. Then I'm pretty sure it's free game. I'm not asking another grown man for permission to do what I was made to do. Okay?
Welcome to SmallmouthCrush Live.
Grown man. You must be friends with him. I'm not going to let another grown man tell me where I can fish it. Is your name Mother Nature? That's really good. That's a good clip, man. That is right up your alley. You need to friend that guy on Facebook and such.
Maybe
go fishing with him.
Man.
We got a show tonight, dude.
How's everyone doing?
Well, let's do a little shout out. See who's in the house. Yo, Burns in the house. Little Rich, E-Stack, Matthew Weimer, always there. Darius King, Kentucky Lake Crankbait King, Brian Wisniewski, Lake Erie Lee, Hotkey 180, LP Bass, Flock Moose and Wise, Bassenberger, up at PA, Frank Saul, Mark D, Waves and Currents and Ice, Lyrad. Let's go. Who's new tonight? Anybody?
I don't know.
We might have a few new people tuning in. Do you know why?
Because you went out and talked at the Susquehanna Fishing Tackle and encouraged people to tune in on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern.
That's the first thing. What did I do this last weekend?
What did you do? You were on Bass After Dark again.
No, we were going to do the Rat Show, but
now you're on a
tour
across North America. Where did you go?
All right, I just went up to the Northeast, Charlestown Fire Hall. I talked to the Northeast Bassin Club. These guys are junior high school and senior high school. It's a club. Tony Osborne and he got me involved, and it's fantastic, man. It's a bunch of young guys. They all have captains that take them out fishing. They're learning how to fish the river, the tides, and they do compete against other local clubs and each other, of course. And so I was there at their banquet. I'm going to be a corporate sponsor from the Bass Lab, and I made up like 15 big Bass Lab boxes, bro. Probably like $300 or $400 worth of tackle in each one. They raffled them off, raised some money for the club, and I think we're going to get some new eyeballs, man, from that. And I'm excited to help those kids out.
Well, we'd like to welcome all the new people from the fire department, you said?
No, it's the Northeast Junior, and I'll send out the link. I'm going to do a post on it and let you guys know. So watch my Instagram, and man, if you can support them, they will always take a donation. These kids don't have much up there, but they're eager, they're hungry. And it's what I've been looking for, Travis. So it was really it felt good to find some kids I can help. I've been looking for that.
Lovely.
Yes. There you go. That's what we're talking about. Let's do with you. How was your Wisconsin trip? Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you. It was good. It was a good week up there. Didn't get to ice fish as much as I wanted to.
Okay.
But it was still pretty good.
You had a special situation up there, right?
What do you mean?
You speared a freaking sturgeon.
Oh, I didn't spear that one. My dad did.
Oh, he got it. Well, that's kind of cool. How does that even happen?
Well, you take a chainsaw and you cut a big hole.
Yeah.
And then you wait for a sturgeon to swim through.
Like, how big is that hole?
It varies. I don't think there's a size limit.
Like, how deep were you guys when he speared it? Must have been shallow. Somewhat.
So they'll spear anywhere from 4 feet of water to 20. You want decent visibility, and there's some tricks to make it a little bit easier to see the fish. But You know, he's just got a standard shack. It's probably a
Okay.
6x4 foot hole, I'm guessing.
That's pretty big.
But I've seen tents. I've seen mega holes. I've seen 20-foot long holes before.
Wow.
I don't know if that's legal anymore. Should be. A grown man should be able to put whatever size hole he wants to out there.
Yep.
But how the government is.
Okay. And did he use a decoy or a sturgeon? I mean, is there any decoy you put in there? What was the sturgeon just swimming
do
through?
decoys. I'm sure he had a little decoy down there. He
Okay.
probably had a PVC pipes that are in a cross down there, so you can see when a fish swims over them. You know, it's on
that's wow. Sure, sure.
on the bottom. So
very interesting. Give
yeah,
you a target to shoot at.
What's that?
Give you a target to shoot at.
Yeah,
right?
he's set up in a pretty good spot.
Okay. He knows his stuff, right? I mean,
yeah.
he's been shooting sturgeons for years, right?
Yeah, he's speared a few. I was trying to get there because I wanted to go. It was opening day, and I was planning on stopping there first thing, but I guess he got out there at first light on opening day, and I think it only took him, I think, less than an hour. He had one, so I didn't get to get out there in time.
Okay.
He already had it on the ice, so I just drove straight to the house.
Cool, man. So, guys, the Instagram, if you want to follow this this youth club, is it's high school, like HSJR. So high school junior HSJR Upper Bay Bassin, BASSIN. I'll type it in the chat. So anyway, give a follow. And if you got some stuff you want to donate, reach out to me and I'll put you in touch with them. They do have a website as well.
There you go.
Yeah, they would appreciate it.
So we did a little fishing, ice fishing, caught some perch, bluegill, crappie. Didn't get into the burbot. Ice conditions got a little sketchy. We had such a warm. I mean, there was days I think I almost reached. It was definitely in the 50s a lot of the days there. So the ice was deteriorating fast. I mean, I drove out a couple times, and then one of the lakes I fished, I ended up walking that one day just because I wasn't sure, you know. Better safe than sorry.
For sure.
But
for sure,
I did stop at my favorite cheese store up there, of course.
Yeah.
And we got they got some really good cheese curds, string cheese, the best you'll ever taste. There it is. Doesn't even compare to the stuff they try to sell up here in upstate New York.
That's
they
the
got
mozzarella
like
string cheese. Yeah.
They got this river rat cheese curds up here. You love them.
I do.
And
so I'm about to taste the real thing. Right.
If you didn't know any better, you would say those are some pretty good cheese curds.
I would, but this is the real deal, man.
They don't even come close. Yeah.
Look at that, dude. What
up? That's what string cheese should be.
Wow. We're going to get into some of that later. I'm just letting it warm up, man. Travis said room temperature for an hour. Look at that, man. You could just keep pulling it, dude. Whoa.
So listen to what I had to do. So
go ahead.
My first stop. So Saturday, after we dealt with the sturgeon, I went straight to that store, and they had the cheese curds, which they leave up on the counter. They're not refrigerated. You want the fresh ones that come right off.
Yeah, of course, right so off the line.
Once they go in the fridge, it's not the same.
Okay.
I mean, you can have a cold cheese curd.
Sure.
But it's pretty nasty in my opinion.
Huh.
Yeah. Even those that are good, they taste good, but they're nowhere near how it would be right on the counter.
Yeah, you said you want them squeaking, man. So I left them on the counter.
Yeah. So here's what happened. They didn't have string cheese.
Okay.
I don't get this place. It is the smallest little cheese company. You walk in this old building, and there's a counter and a couple refrigerators behind with some stuff, and then it's just cheese back there, like machines.
That's
And
crazy.
it's like it's out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's on a rural highway, 25 minutes from a major town, 30 minutes from a major town. And it's like I was talking to them like, oh yeah, we sold out already of those. It's like, I don't know if you want to make money. How about you make a bunch of cheese, man? Like supply and demand is there. There's a line of cars always pulling in there and going in this small store. Like
Nonstop. Just that's crazy.
Ridiculous. And so I was bummed. I checked a few gas stations in the area because sometimes they supply the gas stations.
Yeah.
And I found one set of string cheese, not from that company.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was gross.
Not even close.
Yeah. So I had to go back. Well, I bought a bunch of stuff. Then on Tuesday, I went back, got my string cheese and more cheese curds and more sausage. That was a big bag. And then the last day, or no, then Thursday I went back, and that's when I like bought like $200 worth. And
wow.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
And so then that's when I mailed you that on Thursday, and I was going to overnight it.
Right.
Well, first I get to the counter there in Winnie County, and I go, I really want to get this to Maryland quick. How much to overnight it? And it was like $120. So I was like,
oh my gosh, that's kind of crazy.
I was like, well, then I'm thinking, well, the stuff wasn't froze. It wasn't refrigerated yet.
Yeah.
Maybe it won't be that. It'll be somewhat refrigerated, but you're not going to get, it's not going to taste like it should the day of.
Right.
But it's going to be pretty close. You know, it sounds like it might be ready. So we're going to find out. So I had to do a 2-day, but because it was Friday or something, it wouldn't have gotten there until today.
Right.
So that's the best. But then
hey, look, man, but wait.
Yeah.
So with the cheese curds, look at this bottle of wine. This is Decoy. This is right up Travis's alley. George Potash gave this to me at Smallmouth Saturday, and this is like a one-of-one bottle. Travis, you got to look.
Oh, wow.
You look at on the back. You'll find this very
I'm
interesting.
aware of Decoy brand. Yes.
Are you really? This is look at the label. You're auctioning off a duck. George, put that together for me. Yeah.
God.
Isn't that the best thing ever? It came from the auction. You're auctioning off a duck, and he's holding the brand. Look. Decoy brand. Thank you, George. Anyway, I just thought I'd show that tonight because I forgot to last night.
That's pretty funny.
That is very funny, right?
Wow. All right. So let's taste the cheese curd first, bud.
Oh yeah, bud. Let's do it. Okay. Gotta get some water. All right. What do you want me to go with? The cheese curd first or the mozzarella string cheese?
One cheese curd, and make sure it's warm when you touch it.
Okay. It's still a little, it's not warm yet. I gotta let it marinate. You want me to wait?
Just try it.
Oh, it's squeaking.
Okay.
That's good. That doesn't taste like the cheese curds I've had before. Why is this cheese curd yellow and the river rat is white?
Well, they're supposed to be yellow, so I don't know.
That's got a nice flavor, man.
You like that one?
Oh yeah, it's delicious.
If you don't like it, you could tell me. I'm not going to be mad.
No, dude, it's got like a little, there's a sour taste to it, which I like a lot. It's got a little, is it like a cheddar kind of cheese curd?
Yeah.
I love cheddar cheese. That's what it reminds me of, a cheddar cheese curd. That's delicious. Now I'm going to chase it with some mozzarella string cheese, bro.
Oh, yeah, try that.
Look at this. I mean, it just tore right off, man. I could keep tearing this.
I know. That's how it should be.
Oh, wow.
Huh?
Man, that's the best string cheese I've ever had. And that yellow cheese curd was way better than the River Rat. And I love the River Rat.
Yeah.
That's delicious.
Uh-huh.
Sorry I'm eating in front of you guys, but I mean, I got to, right? I mean, it's here. I'm going for it. Very good. That's nice. I'm going to snap and I'm going to chase it with a beef stick.
There you go.
There it is right there, bud. Look at that bite size. Nice bag. I'm going to double it up. I'm going for the triple decker. Okay. Mozzarella, cheese curd, and beef stick all at once.
Oh, man.
Oh. Dude. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's delicious.
I figured you'd like it.
That's really good. This is our first wine and cheese session on Smallmouth Crush.
Sure is.
I mean, you've had some wine sessions, but no cheese.
A lot of wine sessions.
That's very true. Thank you, man. That was very generous, Travis, for thinking of me. Thank you.
Well, before we get started, guys, this week I'm going to try to get it's become a yearly newsletter. It's supposed to be monthly, but I haven't done it in a year. So anyone who's on...
Oh, you're doing a newsletter. Oh, awesome.
What's that? Well, I normally do once a year. I used to do it once a month. So if you signed up on my website to get that, it's just gonna have some general information about guide trips and maybe some other information on fishing, things like that. And basically what I'm saying is, if you guys are interested in booking a trip with me, try to get a hold of me as soon as possible. I just went through my dates today.
Yeah, you're filling up fast.
There's still a lot in August, September, October, stuff like that. But the first half of the season's filling up awfully quick. And so if anyone is on the sidelines or thinking about doing something, now's the time to start planning. I do full days as well as half days. And then this year we will have a studio apartment rental that's available as well. So I think I got like 15 days booked so far in the rental. That's cool. I was excited to see that. I got my first non-fisherman
very cool
this week. So
awesome. What are they doing up there? Like ice fishing?
No, it'll be in July, French festival.
Oh, you booked it for July. I got you.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good sign, right?
Yeah. Hopefully. I'm in charge of housekeeping, so I'll try to keep those sheets clean for you boys. No promises.
Hey, look. Wise Fishing, $20 to eat, cheese curd, shipping fees, and sub just for me for Smallmouth Crush. Dude, thank you, Wise.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I should I should have sent him some cheese.
Some cheese. I mean,
I love that stuff, man. I when you let that, just keep those cheese curds out on the counter, and tomorrow it's gonna be like, damn.
Yeah, dude.
I'm sure you like them now, right? They taste good.
They're fantastic. I love the River Rat ones, and that was just a cut above, right? Yeah. I mean, you and I have thrown down on some River Rat cheese curds.
Yeah, it's hard to do after that.
I know, but still, that's good stuff.
There you go.
Very good, man. No, they're gonna be marinating right here, man. They're gonna be warming up in the Bass Lab.
I really don't know what kind of cheese what it's all made out of, but
I feel like the orange cheese curd would be, because Wisconsin is known for its cheddar.
I think
so. If it's an orange curd, well, that's true. But I mean, I love a Wisconsin sharp cheddar. So I'm thinking that orange cheese curd is a cheddar cheese curd. Maybe. I'm no expert. So Riley Brody says it's the first stage of cheddar. Okay, Riley.
Okay.
Cokie flavored cheese curds.
We're not experts at this by any means.
No, but we love it, man.
I just got my shipment from Great Lakes Finesse. I'm sorting out my sneaky underspins right now.
That's awesome. And Travis, look at this trailer I found for the Morning Dawn swim bait. I mean, Morning Dawn swim jig.
Big.
It's a pink Kayak. How good is that?
Looks like you pushed it up a little too far, but that's just me.
What do you mean? No,
I'm not judging how you rig your baits.
Look, now it's perfect.
Maybe.
No, it's.
I would right in front of the hook there. I would tear
Yeah.
it just a little bit.
What do you mean? Like push it down?
Or
That's
tear
as
it.
level, dude. That's as level as it gets.
I don't know, man. From
I
this
mean, I can make it.
angle-
I can make it shorter if you. If
No,
that's
I
what
don't want you to make it
talking about.
shorter.
Anyway, it's perfectly level to me.
Okay.
I'm throwing that with you. I'm
All
bringing that up there. I'm going to catch me a smallie on that. But they're going to jam that thing. I'm going to catch a largemouth this spring on the bay on that thing.
All right.
Woo!
So I guess guys want to talk a little fishing today.
I think so. This is a great topic, man.
Yeah, I
They
want
are
to talk
ready
about
for
how to
you.
break down body of water and kind of my thoughts. And I was looking at maps today, and I wanted to break some things out and just maybe have a discussion on that. Since
I think it's a great topic.
but let's first bring in our buddy JP. I don't know which
Big JP should you pick?
got a bunch down there. Is that the right camera, bud?
Yep.
I'm thinking the straight on view. Big JP in the house.
What's up?
Welcome back to the show, Big JP.
Oh yeah.
How you been, bud?
Good.
What's new with
Oh,
the Big JP?
Just trying to barrel through winter here.
Oh, is it
Yeah,
getting
we
to
need
you?
another 6 months of this, bud. I got
Oh,
way too much tackle organization to do.
I did all my tackle organization yesterday. It took me one day.
How?
Wow, that's
My whole
incredible.
boat is right here, ready to go.
You're
and tote right
crazy
here, and
then.
I'm ready to rip.
Unreal. Unreal.
Yeah, here I'll show you. Hold on.
Let's go. Yeah, let's do a tour. I love it. That's fantastic.
Let's see here. Oh, there she is, ready to rip. See the tote?
Let's have a look. No, we can't see the.
There
Yes,
she
now
is.
we can. Well,
Okay.
go through
And then
each
I've
box. Tell us what you got.
And then I got all my LIV bags right here, ready to rip to go right into the old 521R.
Okay.
And then the rack and the rods. And it took me one full day. I was down here all day yesterday. I just was like, I'm done with winter. I got to get ready. And the only thing I have left to do is to spool line, which Travis was saying we were going to meet up maybe one of these weekends to do that. So I figure I'd just bring mine up there and do all that up there in one day. And I'll be ready to go. Got my new boat. My new boat's at the house here, ready to be loaded up. And I am dying to get on the water. I'm so sick of this winter. All it does is snow every goddamn day.
When do you feel like you'll be able to put a boat in the water? Make your prediction now.
Third week
And
of
anybody
March.
else? Third week of March. All right, everybody listening. What's your prediction if you live close to, upstate New York, Ontario? When is it going to get open? It's been a hard winter. Travis, what do you got? What do you think, dude?
Well,
What'd you guess?
hopefully it's ready by April 17th.
I know, right?
Okay, here we go.
I have to
Guppy.
correct my answer. I will be on Candlewood Lake the third week of March. I doubt I'll be anywhere near of going out to the north at all. It'll still be locked up.
All right, Guppy says March 24th. Brian Wisniewski's in for 4-5. Bassenberger's in for March 20th. We should do a contest. Who picks the day? Would you know, Travis, the day that it opens up, like that you could get a boat in?
No, I don't know the day.
No, would you know when it happens? Are people going to be talking up there like, oh God, the St. Lawrence is finally open. I can launch it.
Well, there'll be a couple
instant.
ramps that'll get open here. I mean, we'll be fine.
Which do you think will be the first ramp to open?
Well, do they send an ice crusher up the river?
Oh, do they?
Not like you think, JP. It's that. No, I don't. Maybe they do, but it's like they're going to crush the bays, bud, for us bass
Right.
fishing.
Yeah, because like where I'm at the Hudson, they crush the ice. So once it starts to get warm, all the ice is gone in a couple of days because they crush it and it just goes out with the tide.
So really, they just come through with an ice crusher boat.
Yeah, they
For
got
real.
one of them big tugboats and it just goes through and chomps up all
Wow,
that. Which they
that's
do. They do it
crazy.
all winter because they got to use the ports and stuff, right? But then,
Oh, that makes sense.
but then as soon as it gets warm, that ice just gets sucked out. It's gone.
So the
It will.
super tankers stop navigating during the winter?
They're not doing it right now. They stopped for a little bit.
Okay. Interesting. Jamie says July 4th from some out of space.
July 4th.
Yeah.
Um,
That's his prediction for open water. How
no,
thick is the ice
we'll
on
have open
Simcoe?
water. We'll have open water in April for sure. We'll be able to get out and fish. The problem, well, it's not really a problem. I got nervous last year. We had a pretty strong winter last year, guys, ice-wise. We really did. And I was worried. I was ice fishing a week before a guide trip, right?
Oh, wow.
So I was on a foot of ice in a bay, and I was thinking, man, but that week, it when it leaves, man.
That's amazing. Scott Van says this is the first time in 20 years that St. Lawrence River has completely frozen.
Yeah,
Wow.
I started my trips a week before Travis last year, and I had guys coming in from Indiana, repeat customers, and I called them and tried to get them not to come, and they refused not to come. They just
And
wanted
you
to get
went,
out of
you
the house.
crushed them.
The first day we crushed them because it stayed warm at night, but the second day, when we came in the first day in the afternoon, that night it went back down to like 18 degrees. My whole boat was ice in the morning, and it was a struggle the second day because it was so cold, you know.
Interesting.
Because you didn't have enough spots.
You could literally see hundreds of bass just sitting on the bottom.
Well, you got to go to the next group.
Yeah.
You literally could see hundreds of bass sitting on the bottom.
Hundreds of them sitting there. You're like, how are they not biting?
What was everything you tried?
I wanted to show you something.
Okay.
So you got a belt camera on?
I guess he does.
This is all the rods I have to get rigged, JP.
Holy moly.
None of them have knots on them yet.
Yeah.
That's a lot of FGs, man.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I'll
That's
show you how to
absurd.
do about 3, and then you're on your own.
Travis, that's insane. How many rods is that?
A lot.
I see a lot of cork handles. Did you switch rods?
There, enough of that.
There we go.
Jeez. Waves,
Waves.
current, and ice.
Look at that. $10 for EE. I'll take it. Cheese curds. Waves curds tonight. Hit me up on Instagram. Why am I still hearing myself?
Man.
Yeah. Woo.
Travis, before we get into talking about bass fishing, can you please, unless I missed it when I was at Taekwondo, did you talk about spearing the sturgeon yet?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, you'll have to watch the replay.
Chainsaw hole in the hut, decoy, cross section of PVC so you can see the fish swim across. His dad speared it. Anywhere from 6 feet to 20 feet, clear water.
He was in 6 feet of water.
Oh, your dad
feet
speared it?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Oh, that makes
He
it
did.
even better, dude. That's awesome. Hell yeah.
All right.
Why
Hey, I
you
wanted to
taking
do a
glory
giveaway.
photos
I already
like
see
that?
we got some super chats in, so we're gonna count those guys.
Yeah,
Travis
right on.
And
Waves.
and waves. I haven't done a giveaway in a long time. I got a really cool package. Actually, I spent a bunch of time putting together.
No fucking full screen of this.
Come on, JP. Will he ever learn?
Oh, I don't know. But before you do that, Travis, let's talk about what's new at the Bass Lab.
Okay.
All right. I got a set of Epic Shads coming. The Epic Shad, the Epic Junior, and the Baby Epic. It's going to be a 3-fer. It's going to be some hot colors. Hopefully I get it out before the Classic. And I am headed to the Classic this year. We do have accommodations. If anybody's going, please look me up. I'll be hanging out with Ken Duke and probably in the, what is that outdoors? McKee Outdoors booth, where Tato Designs and Tacklecraft will be. I'll probably be at Brown Bait Company, BBC's booth a little bit, and then just walk in the Classic. So feel free to hit me up. I'm going to try to hit Dale Hollow either after my Smith Mountain tournament, drive straight to Tennessee, and maybe fish with Bobby Gentry if he's got open days on the front side of the Classic or the back side of the Classic. I haven't decided yet. Depends on his days too. He might already be booked. So we shall see. But that's one of the lakes on my legendary lakes list, and I'd love to hit it. So there you go.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Bass Fishing Junkie, we got you in for the Super Chat giveaway. Let's go through that real quick. We're going to talk fishing. So we got a nice big old fry.
Look at that thing, dude.
Dang.
What's
Let's
in that
see.
thing?
Oh, first things first. We got a Beast Coast hoodie.
Whoa. That's huge.
That's pretty cool. Beast Coast hoodie. We got a Monster Bass bag full of baits. I'm not going to open them all up, but they're all in there. What else do we got here? Oh. Yeah, we got the Booyah Jerkbait. The Flashpoint. Really do like these jerkbaits. I started throwing them last year. We're going to put that in there. We got Great Lakes Finesse Drop Minnow.
Boom.
That's going in there. And we got a couple buffs. So pretty good prize package tonight for anyone who does a super chat. Right now we got 3 people. So
Hey, I found a pretty good way that I'm going to store drop shot weights this year. So last year I was like, man, I got one of them Plano weatherproof Ziploc bags, and then I'd have 5/8 drop shot weights in one bag and 3/8 in another bag, and everything in bags. And I said, man, I got to do something different. I got these small Plano. This is like 6 inches by 4 inches, right?
yep.
That's going to have all my 5/8 in it. There's 100 in there right now. The first
What are
100
they?
are in. What's that?
What are they?
They're 5/8 drop shot weights. Just painted black. I like them painted black. I have a guy make them for me. And so all my 5/8, there's 100 of them in here. And then I'll have the bag like in the truck or whatever, so I can refill at the end of the day. But then I'll have 100 5/8, 100 3/8, and 100 halves, and it'll take up very little space in the boat. And I found it a very good way to organize them this year.
Okay.
And this is how I like to do it. I stick this little thing in my pocket. This is the Susky Smalley version. That's my drop shot. It's a little micro. I keep my hooks in here and then drop shot weights in the back. Boom. And when I break off, I got it right there. I don't have to go on my bag. Dude, that's if I know I'm drop shotting, I got that. Or if I'm free rigging, because I'll keep both styles.
Yeah.
And it's so handy. It's such an efficiency thing.
If I was fishing
my system this year for drop shot weight.
Oh, yeah. So you got one with multiple different weights. Cool.
Well, I use different weights, not just 5/8, but I am heavy on the 5/8. I don't know.
figure,
I don't know
Eric,
if there's
this
a right
will
way or a
last,
wrong
like,
way.
This will last opening week, and these will all be gone. All 100 of these.
I know. I don't. What happened?
Bob B, we got you. Another super chat. All right, let's talk about how we find fish. JP, you might find this interesting.
How did I lose my tabs? I lost my tabs.
For what?
The whole shooting match. I can hear you.
PD, we got you. All right.
Go. I'm back. I'm back in the chat.
All right, we're going to talk about how we break down a body of water. And yeah, sometimes we use ladders, Travis. Not always.
That's funny.
I was going to bring up a map. Now, I'm talking Great Lakes, but you can apply this to really any lake. In fact, we're going to talk about how you really should break down a big body of water. And sometimes acting as if it is a smaller inland body of water is going to serve you better, especially if it's a place you don't have a lot of experience with. So a lot of times, specifically when guys come up fishing here that may not have fished here a whole lot, or even guys that have some history here, you know, these fish really, they move a lot. And we don't really know the reasons why, right? Some days they just vacate. The food's still there. The weather conditions may be the same, but smallies just like to get up and leave. And I find that true really a lot with ice fishing too. Whether it be perch, walleyes, whatever the case may be, you can be on a pot of fish one day and the next day they're gone. And it's like, it's such a vast area. And we all get, I think we all get, a lot of us in our heads, you know, we hear about structure and we hear about rocks, and we hear about humps and points and stuff like that. But, you know, especially now with using forward-facing sonar for the last, 7, 8, 9 years, we really learned a lot about how these fish kind of act in their environment. And quite honestly, they don't care a lot of times what's on the bottom or what's around there. I think they could be pretty much anywhere. And a lot of it has to do with, I think, water temperature, wave action also, especially when you're dealing with shallow fish. So up here on the Great Lakes, we always have fish that are shallow and there's always fish deep. That's the number one rule you have to understand. Mike, we got you in on the super chat. So what I'm trying to get at is, in really the river as well as the lake, especially where I fish, and I know this isn't the case nationwide, but they're really, I think you can win a tournament or you can have an awesome day fishing anywhere on this body of water. There isn't like a key zone, like you have to be in this section or you have to be, the weights can come really anywhere. And so I think my best advice when you do come up here or you're fishing a bigger body of water, something you're not too familiar with, is try to break it down and do your homework first before you get up here with lake maps and things like that. YouTube videos, all that helps. But really the biggest thing is to try to break down a section of that lake and fish just that zone. Don't try running all over the place. A lot of times you can't run all over the place. And a lot of times, especially if you're new to the area. Yeah, do I run a lot? Sure, but I'm very familiar with everything. And sometimes it's one single boulder 10 miles away that I know I need to hit throughout the day, which are almost impossible to find. Like for the new person coming up here, don't expect to run into a bunch of boulders and that's not always how fish relate, but there is special rocks down there. Okay. That's always been the case. And it's my goal to find, maybe if I can find 3 or 4 a year of new rocks, new boulders, I'm happy.
When you say boulder, can you give me a perspective on what you would consider a boulder?
Like, I don't care if it's only a 3-foot high boulder, as
Okay.
long as it's fish and it's, especially if there's no other rock around it.
Got it. So isolated boulders can be productive.
Boulder, but you can sometimes find a mega boulder, an 8 foot
Sure.
by 8 foot boulder.
Sure.
And they're not always on those rocks either. But over time, when you have 30 or 40 of them,
You rotate.
Makes it real easy to just go run those, especially if conditions are right. But at the same time, I mean, we're talking, there's sand transitions, there's rock veins. That's probably the biggest thing. So if I was coming up and fishing the Great Lakes, I'm actually going to share a lake map with you guys.
Great idea. Give people an idea when you say rock vein. What do you mean?
Yeah, I wish I had
a picture of it.
Better. You can't see them on maps. You know what I mean?
What do they look like in the water? Like, describe when you're in ultra clear water. I've been on the boat with you.
I call them glacier seams.
Right. There's a crack in the rock, right? And
Yeah.
it goes for a long time.
Yeah.
Is that the best way to describe a rock vein?
Yeah. I'm gonna try to draw something.
No, I think that's great. Please draw a picture. I mean, people need to understand when you say vein, it's not just a rock vein, because there's tons of rock out there.
Like, this is
But
the
it's
dumbest
like
drawing in the world, but all right. I wrote flat on top, flat on the bottom. I mean, there's no structure. It's just hard rock or maybe muck or clay. And then you have these little veins. You might have some boulders,
mixed in.
I don't know. whatever. You guys understand.
Well, no, I mean, I think for people that might be new, that's a great picture. That's perfect,
so,
man. If
and how
see
you
that,
find me. So let's just say, like, here's my home body of water, right, guys? This place, what you see in the screen right here is pretty much the area I fish, and it's massive. Okay, it's 20 plus miles out to this island. It's 30 miles out to here. It's a 40. You know, if you're coming from the U.S., this is all Canada up here. So I run this zone and then down a little bit for the most part. And so let's just pick a spot. Now, I could pick Chameau Bay, but I'm telling you, Chameau Bay is a different beast than the Great Lakes. It's a bay on the Great Lakes. It's a bay on Lake Ontario, but it fishes and acts more like Oneida Lake, or, you know, a lake that's going to have grass in it, rock. There's just it's a total different beast. So I don't even want to deal with that, and I rarely do.
Travis, what lake is this?
This is Lake Ontario.
Okay, I just was. Where are you on the Lake Ontario?
Let's just pick this zone here. Let's look at a map. Let's say, okay, I want to come up here and I'm going to fish any of these points, islands in this kind of this zone. Well, this is still a big zone here. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's zoom in even further. Let's look at this section here. So this is kind of close to the mainland, and you got some islands out here. And you look at the contours, there's a lot to pick apart here. There's no doubt in my mind in this zone, there is going to be big smallmouth here, regardless of the time of the year. Like, you just have to look at the map and be like, okay, look, we got structure. We got these humps in 7 feet of water, and it's not always accurate, but it's close, right? We know that this comes up. We know that there's another hump out here. If you look further, you see, wow, there's a big old bowl that's deep out in this zone, right? And so you have a lot to explore here. I promise you, a lot of this bottom here is flat. And so what I would do is I would start somewhere, and I would just, I don't know if you guys can see this cursor, but I don't care if you're in 15 to 25 or whatever. You want to go along and try to do like grid work with your side image. I would shoot it out to 100, 120, 150, somewhere along that line. And all you want to do is either come across a magic boulder out there, or you want to look for some sort of transition, a rock vein. Just, you want to find a little bit of gravel or a little bit of chunk rock. Like, it can be a 20-foot section, or it could be a 200-foot section. And as soon as you find that, that's when I would go back, I would mark it, and I would probably go through with my forward-facing sonar. I would study it that way, and I would look for the fish relating to that. If there's nothing there and it looks good on your side image, and you can see some rough patches with your live scope on the bottom, I would still mark it and put, I don't know, like for a boulder, I'm going to put boulder, or I'm going to write big boulder. So I kind of know a little boulder, or if it's a massive boulder, I'm going to put massive boulder. If it's like a rocky section, I'm going to just write rocky, and I'm going to put different waypoints so I know. And just because they're not there that day or that moment doesn't mean they're not going to relate to that at some point.
Yeah, right. That hour.
That hour. And so you want to just accumulate as many magical spots that you can find. And I know it's hard when you come up here for the first time, you want to start making casts, and there's opportunities to do that. If you want to start making casts, get up on that shallow hump right here and start throwing the swim bait, chatterbait, spinnerbait, jerkbait. Have a Ned rig ready to go if you can visually see some fish swimming, and do that. Now, I'm telling you, there's groups of fish on this lake too. Like, I'm not going to give specifics, and none of this, like, I'm going to show you something that's very familiar. So this spot, if you just look at this, you see this, it's obviously shallow up here, and then there's some contour lines, and it drops off pretty good, but it's a pretty tight contour break right here. Okay.
Zoom in on that a little bit.
Sure.
There you go. See how the lines are tight? So
Yep.
when the lines are tight, Travis, explain what that means to people on
So
map.
that just means there's going to be a pretty good drop off going off
Right.
the deeper side.
That's
And
right.
there could be a specific, a lot of these fish are going to be kind of local fish, meaning that these fish are going to live in and around this little deal. When you find these types of things, oftentimes they're some of the most trickiest fish to catch because they're obvious spots. And although we have a lot of obvious spots, these are spots that are going to get looked over by anglers. And I'm telling you, there's groups of fish on these types of things that are some of the smartest fish out there. And every time I go through a spot like that, I can tell my guys in the boat, listen, we're going to have opportunities to see some big fish. But if we let them see us, it's pretty much game over. And you can try all you want. And, the only time I remember there was an ABA years ago, and I went to a spot similar to this, and my co-angler, I saw the fish. At that time, I was still pretty new to understanding that group of fish, but I could not catch them. And I was even like, I'd put the power poles down, I'd see one, they would just start swimming off. They didn't want anything to do with that. So I know long casts sometimes will work, but I get really antsy sometimes, especially with fish that I'm really familiar with. And, sometimes my brain just wants to go in there and hope and wish, but I know through past history, I probably ain't going to catch them. But my co-angler that one day busted up 3 good ones. The power pole's dragging. I'm making noise. I'm focused way out here. He's literally just casting right out here where these fish went. And he was throwing a green pumpkin, orange colored type of tube. And it wasn't until that moment I realized that those fish on that break are crayfish eaters. And that's what they are keyed in on. So not only are these fish spooky, but I'm throwing, for most of the time, the wrong bait to these fish over the years. And ever since I switched over to this spot is a tube, jig, some sort of crayfish imitating type of spot, I got more bites. So there's a lot that goes into it. But
Interesting.
Because of that little deal, because I was shocked that he caught him. I was not only pissed because I had these big fish and I was struggling that day. And he didn't know what he was doing. I mean, he's just throwing a tube out there.
Hey, that's a good bait choice for there.
It is.
He had that right.
Yeah.
And that Great Lakes finesse tube insert's pretty good. Do you like that still, Travis? Or
yeah, so I use those.
Right.
So the Great Lakes tube insert's great. For some of the tubes I use.
I'm gonna show it if that's all right, because you can get it through Travis's Tackle Warehouse link. And why I like it, and Travis, you could probably talk about this too, because it keeps the tube upright. It doesn't roll over because of the way the head's designed, and it's. I think it's they just did it right, and it's a short shank gamakatsu. See how it's flat on the bottom right there?
Yep.
So that keeps that tube flat on the bottom. Doesn't want to roll over and snag. Anyway,
I just
tube head.
Just today,
use Travis's link. Use your link, Travis.
Yeah,
right?
you can do that, or you can go to lurenet.com. Use my code SmallmouthCrush15 and get 15% off your order. Or if you do order through Tackle Warehouse, if you go in the description and use that link, that helps the channel out as well. I just finished up a video today, another unboxing video on all my Pratco baits. So from Pratco, they own a lot of different brands, and of course, Great Lakes is one of them. So I should have that video up this week for you guys to see what I ordered from them and kind of show you how I prepare for the season. But I want to go through some of these comments real quick, if we can.
Sure.
So John asked, Travis, how quick are you moving while scanning like that? I imagine you can move pretty quick since you're not worried about a beautiful picture. Yeah, you're right. I would say probably 5 to 7 miles an hour, somewhere around there. Maybe not. 7 might be on the higher end. Gosh, I'll tell you one way. Here's another thing that I don't think guys do too much anymore. Let's go somewhere else here. Let's just go. Let me just pick. This section of Lake Ontario is so unique. You know what? I don't want to go here. I want to take you to Lake Erie real quick,
Nice.
if I may.
Please do.
All right, here we go.
I think it's kind of cool.
All right, so this is Pelee Island, Lake Erie. In this zone, the contours, you know, it doesn't look like much. It's labeled some rock. There's some points here, but a real effective way on some of these bodies of water, it's not necessarily the rock veins or the transitions. It just might be a depth change, and it could even be just a foot or a foot and a half. And that's where those smallies will pile up on. And I'll tell you what, if you want to cover water, you go about 20 to 30 miles an hour with your boat making grids. And all you're doing is you're watching your 2D. And all you're doing is waiting for that 2D just to bump up, and it'll probably bump back down quicker than you can imagine. And you stop and you mark that spot. And you keep making these grids, especially in areas that look kind of featureless. That's going to be a really good way to cover water. That's if you really want to get like tuned in and you don't mind burning some days on the water doing that. If you want to find new stuff, you got to put the fishing rod down. And I know it sucks because people's, you know, you don't have a lot of time, especially if you're not local to Lake Erie or the Great Lakes and you just want to get up there and bust on some fish. You could do that, but if you really want to get familiar, you really got to put the time in with just running your boat, if that makes sense. What else can we talk about? So again, like if you look at this section of Lake Ontario, you can see the max depth in here is like 9 feet, 8 feet. Like there's not a lot. Sorry, this thing is jumping around here. And you won't know what this bottom looks like until you get there. I can tell you what it looks like because I fish this area a lot, but there's a little bit of grass here and there. There's a lot of zebra mussels on the bottom. It's a lot of hard bottom. There might be some boulders, scattered rock, things like that. I mean, I know there's some scattered rock veins in here. And I would just get up and have your trolling motor on high and start making casts with some sort of reaction bait, some sort of bait that's going to cover water quickly. I mean, a chatterbait's a great choice. And just try to learn and see and find those transitions. It's best to do shallow work when it's sunny and fairly calm. If you're new to the area, you're going to get frustrated if it's cloudy. You're going to get frustrated if you got a lot of heavy wind coming into those zones, because I wouldn't be afraid to go way up. I know it only says it's 1 or 2 feet, and it's kind of accurate in a lot of these spots. You might hit your trolling motor every once in a while, but don't be afraid to explore some of that shallow stuff, you know. What else we got? JP, you got anything to add?
I mean, I would just say that there's also other ways of finding those smaller irregularities with the bottom and deeper water, especially with Lowrance and the chips that they offer. There are little sneaky things you can do that'll cut your time way down rather than having to. You can do a lot of it right from your garage, sitting in your boat, studying the map. You know, there's downloads that you can select certain portions of the country and it'll show you a lot of that stuff, you know, so that when you get there, you're well prepared to get right into them zones. Another thing I like to do too is once you get your milk run of structure everywhere, I used to always tell everybody, come on, sit down, we're going to move, and fire up the big motor. And even if it was like 400 yards away, I would just drive over to the next spot. And I've learned that I find a lot of good stuff just fishing, especially with the way that the fish react nowadays.
Yeah,
for sure. You'll just see fish on nothing where you're like, what's up with that, you know?
Yeah, there is a lot of fish on nothing at times. Scott asked about color shading. That's kind of what we're talking about. Garmin also has that now, JP. Same exact thing as Lowrance. That's going to help cut your cut your time down, but it doesn't. It's not going to show every rock vein out there, especially on the lake. It won't. It'll help for sure, but there's nothing. When I have free time, like I just like to idle, man, and just look. And I fished. There's not a place on this map I probably haven't fished, at least in a zone, but there is so much water out here I haven't graphed yet, if that makes sense. Like out, away from anything that's obvious. And that's really where you need to put your time in. You know, you can take like Point Peninsula here. You know, we can go out right here and just look at all this crazy stuff out here. I mean,
that's days to break down.
Oh gosh. I went one day, dude. I couldn't even scan like this in a day. You know what I mean? And so even if you can devote a little bit of time doing that and just you got your, I keep it at 100. I know some guys go further out. I keep my side image at about 100.
And Travis, what do you put your shading at? JP, what do you put what breaks are you looking at? 0 to what to what, what to what?
Hold on. So Scott, you're talking, there's two different things. So there's shading that will allow you to set. So I have mine like red is going to be 0 to 5 feet. Then
that's what I'm looking for.
15 to 20, 20 to 40. Those are just shadings on your basic graphs that you have.
Right.
What JP and I are talking about is you can now, and I don't know what the exact term is. What is it now? Where you can really, it almost brings.
It's three-dimensional topography. It's 3D. To the point now where you can literally take in the graph and remove the topographical lines, and you'll just see the shading. And I'm telling you that it really helps you break down. It's not, Travis is right, it's not going to show you everything, but if you're going up there for the first time, it's going to put you in a lot of good spots really quick.
So what are you seeing in the shading that gives you an idea that that's a good spot?
Well,
you literally, go ahead, Travis.
No, you go ahead.
Literally, Eric, what it does is imagine all the topographical lines are gone. You have color shading. So for reference, like a lot of people have hummingbirds. So you have like red is shallow. I don't know, yellow is mid-depth, and then blue is right. Well, you'll still have your red, your yellow, and your blue, but then you'll have black shading, the big black shadows instead of the lines showing you where these humps or these veins or a rock potentially would be, right? So you basically can just drive over to that and then structure scan that.
Yeah, take your contours, your depth, everything out, and just let that map, the colors pop in that area, and you'll see that. Now, don't do what JP did in a tournament and run that map. Okay? Because he'll take the long way around, and you'll be sitting in the passenger while
pointing that way.
Dan and Matt from Great Lakes Finesse are already on their first 6-pounder on a bed, and we're still trying to navigate the river because
he's being careful. He's just being careful.
Careful.
It's kind of like that time you wouldn't get any shallower than 10 feet on the river because you didn't want to scratch your nitro.
Right.
You just refused. I'm not doing that, bud.
JP, I don't know why your comments. You asked me in my private chat why they're not coming through.
I'm gonna actually sign out of this one and log back in. So
okay,
maybe that'll work.
Well, while you do that, I'm gonna read some comments here.
I'm back.
Anthony Guy says
I saw some of his comments.
Big JP, you got to read that. He'd win bad comments.
Time to get into the super chat if you're interested. We got a handful of people here.
I remember one weekend this past summer. I had this one particular boulder that's pretty small. It's out really deep, and it was really windy, and the guy caught a fish, right? And I was just letting the wind blow us away from it because I really didn't want to sit right tight to it or whatnot. And by the time we got pictures of the fish and this and that done, I went to swing around, and we had moved substantially far away with the wind the way it was, and I found a ditch that I never knew was there. And I'll tell you what, that freaking ditch was
Have
in like 35 feet of water, and it was absolutely loaded. And we sat on that thing for a
nice,
while.
nice. So what for the contour lines, not the contour, but the shade, are you running Lake Master or what are you running, Travis? What are you running, Big
I
JP?
use Garmin Lakeview, and then I also run Lake Master.
Okay. And
I'm
what is
at-
that setting for the people that haven't run it before? Do you
What's
guys
that?
remember do you remember what the setting is? The show, the shading,
Well, you
define the
set
rock
it up
veins, the
however you
boulders.
want it. You set
I
it
got
up manually in the system.
Yeah.
If you want to just highlight anything in 20 to 30, it'll do that. Now keep in
Got
mind, there's not an accurate map that's perfect out there either. So like
Of course.
it'll get you pointing in the right direction, but
Sure.
just be careful with that. All right, so I want to go through here for kayak fishing, Clayton, Chameau, or Henderson.
Good question.
I would say Clayton. There's a big bay there. You got largemouth, and you can get access to some smallmouth. Depending, there might be some boat traffic and waves, but Chameau wouldn't be a bad idea if you pick the right day either. I mean, all of them are legit. I don't know much. You know your limitations on the kayak.
Clayton's kind of nice.
Yeah, it is.
I agree. There's a great mix of largies there too, Trav. That's good advice.
Davey, chartreuse nethead, always, sometimes, never. I will go with sometimes, probably always. You could get away with it. I mean, I can't. The only time I seen a difference was once we made a video about it. I've been trying to duplicate that, replicate that, and I'll get bites on straight black or chartreuse. But I'm 90% straight black now too, and I guess I don't experiment as much as I should anymore with that. But we've seen it work, perhaps. Red and yellow. I don't know what video that is, but you guys should take a look at that because that was an awesome video I had.
Ned Rig Secrets.
There you go.
On Travis's YouTube. It's pretty cool. First time we ever busted out the red and chartreuse.
So Scott says, do we do things differently in the river? We do a little bit. I primarily, for years, drag the river, right?
Drag or drift?
Well, I call it dragging, drifting.
Okay.
But I'm telling you now, there is a lot of things I've learned as far as spots on spots in the river.
Help people understand spots on spots.
Okay, let's just look at something here.
Okay.
I gotta figure out where the hell I am.
Sure.
Line Bay. Okay.
It's a big river.
It is quite
It's giant. It's unbelievable.
All right, let's just talk about a spot on a spot. Okay. So let's just say this area here off of these islands, there's some shallow water up in here. And, a proper drift in the summer might be working this break out here with a football head or a tube or a net and dragging it, let the current bring you across. But, I started to get up shallow. And, this map, again, you want to rely on your electronics over the map, right? It's shallow, but there's got to be something interesting around here. It might be a rock, or it could be like a ledge right here that's in 12 feet and comes up to 4. And those are spots on spots I fish a lot in the river. And I need more of those types of areas, spots on spots. JP, I don't know if you remember. Well, of course you do. It was something similar to this where we were drifting over it, but there was an area that was like maybe 50 feet by 30 feet that was just sand.
Right.
And obviously there was not only us, but a few other anglers that were kind of gunning for that specific spot. So those are things you want to find on the river if you don't want to do the traditional drag and drift. But man, that's a lot.
I will say the times that I drifted with Travis, it was almost start stop. He would start above the sweet spot We're making a long cast, and he's letting the boat drift at a controlled drift in terms of a certain miles per hour. Travis, you can share if you want. And then he would go, all right, flip the bail. So we had a lot of line out, and you literally would feel nothing. Your bait is basically dragging nothing interesting. And as soon as your jig started and your rod tip would go, think, just steady, just dragging over little chunk rock, you were probably going to get a bite.
Yeah.
And as soon as it stopped, you're out of the zone. And then we drifted that same zone 3 or 4 times. I don't know if you moved the boat slightly right, left, but you knew where you were. You knew how wide this chunk rock area was, but that's the key. If you're on the right stuff, you feel that.
Sure.
And that was a super effective technique, especially in the wind.
Matthew asked
that was fun too.
About sand and things like that. I don't have a preference. I check my sand spots different times a year. Like I'm not going to give you guys I'm going to give you an example here. Let's just go down this way. Let's just take where's Henderson? There we go. All right, let's just take this steep break out here. Okay, this is like you got 100 feet of water out here, and then it's just a steep break. It's all rock cliffs along here. And believe it or not, there's sand pockets, or it could be sand pockets in and around some of this stuff. And a lot of times those fish will get on that. But I also found if you got sand in a deeper section like this with a deep break, they tend to really utilize that sand more in the fall for some reason.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wonder why.
I don't know. Guess what, JP? I saw some guy on an ice fishing shack right here today.
Really?
Yeah.
Where is that?
Straight out from Cape Vincent.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Fucking nuts.
Well, I don't
you
know.
Saw a shack out there.
Came from Wolf Island.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I don't know. I'm tempted. I'm gonna do something
Wolf
a little
Island.
crazy this week. So hopefully I'm here next week to talk about it.
How deep was that guy fishing, Travis, in the hut?
I couldn't. He could have been.
What would you get?
He could have been on
that
flat, he could have been on the break. I don't know.
Okay, gotcha. But it gets deep right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have.
Are we talking about what we're talking about?
No. Well,
okay. Close, right. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little walk mission if I can pull my sled, because I'm a little too scared to take the snowmobile. And I'm gonna go by myself. I'm gonna have a spud bar. I'm gonna have ice picks. I'm gonna have a life jacket on, and I'm gonna try to do something crazy this week.
What's your quarry?
Walleye.
Okay.
Yeah, just don't freaking fall through.
No, I mean, I'm not planning on it. But
I know, because if you fall through there, that's game over. I don't care if you got.
I don't think it's game over if you got flotation and you can get out of the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not game
Why do you
over.
think you might fall through?
Why?
There's not a current right there.
I'm not talking right there, JP, but I'm saying I haven't seen anybody out there ever.
Right.
And there might be a reason for that.
Because we never had this good ice in the past.
All right, you got a point.
Okay. All right, let's see what else we got in the comments.
Does your phone work out there?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'll show you. I'll show you where I'm going.
Okay, just so we know where to spread your ashes.
I don't want to be cremated.
Okay. Your bro boat.
Oh, I'm getting cremated.
You are?
All right. Flock goes, how do you deal with waves while scanning the bottom? Is a day a wash or just plan for calmer? I
side scan in the waves.
You can side scan the waves. I'd probably go into them depending, like there's going to be a point, right, where it's too wavy. If you go with them, you're going to take a lot over the bow, even at that 7 mile an hour speed. I would just pick like, look, guys, what's the worst wind? A west wind, right? Okay, so let's say you got a west wind and you want to graph. Well,
I thought east was least.
right.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying west is going to be big waves. Just get in these zones here and spend your time.
Now, you mentioned wave action can improve the bite
Sure.
on the lee side or the wind side.
Either or, I'm telling you, it's
Okay, that's
not what
interesting.
people think. Like, oh, it's blowing west. They're going to be all positioned over here. It's just these smallmouth up here are different, man.
Like different than Wisconsin smallmouth.
No, I'm saying different than maybe inland bodies of water.
I got you because there's so much current.
Yeah.
I mean, there's way more current.
So Steve goes, do they
Ontario,
spawn the
right?
current in the river or protected bays better? Both. Steve, they definitely spawn in the middle of the river current. Like there's pockets down there and there's ways for them to get out of the current.
yeah, but you do wonder how. You're like, how the hell is
Oh,
that
yeah.
spawning right there?
A lot of times we're looking, and when we are looking in that that current stuff, you're in that 15 to 20 sometimes, and you're throwing your bait up there and your weight's way back here by the time it gets down there. So they will spawn in heavy current.
That's crazy. How do their eggs stay in place? It must be on the lee side of a boulder.
Right.
Like here's a boulder, here's a little depression, right?
Yep.
I mean, they got to have a break or their bed's going to get washed out, right? You would think. Maybe not. Maybe
Yep.
their eggs are sticky. Can you imagine being born in current like that? Hatch out of your thing, you're like, whoo, leave the nest.
Okay, so we got a comment. Do you always auto chart also when you're scanning? I don't. I've used that feature a few times. I just don't. I don't use the auto scan. I think what he's referring to is they actually take real time information. They can build a contour map as you're going over. I don't use that. Maybe I should. I don't know.
Interesting.
I get frustrated. I know what happened. I did that on Night of Lake once. I got so frustrated because my contour lines, even if I'm doing a grid, I'm still missing huge freaking chunks of stuff. It would take you. I don't know how these people even do it. I don't even know how they make these maps, man. They got some sort of government technology that can just see the bottom. I don't know. I don't see these boats out there scanning this bay back here.
Oneida is like a freaking nightmare because there's just so much. You can freaking.
I once saw Laurent's guide for the C map doing the C map stuff.
Yeah, once in a while.
That's pretty cool.
All right. What else we got?
JP, what else you got?
Red asked if we have any plans for team tournaments. That brings up a good point. Did you check into that, Sissa?
Sure does.
Check into the system. Oh, the system. Yeah.
The sister, twisted
We're gonna wait
sister.
to see what
Weekend.
dates they release.
Labor Day weekend, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We have to fish that one, JP.
They're saying that they might be moving that, buddy, because the elites are going to be up and they wanted to jump in it. And if they have the same rules, they won't be able to practice or whatever. So they're
No, man, it's a week after the elites.
Ah,
okay.
Labor Day
Yeah.
weekend, I believe. And JP,
Okay.
I also need you to tell me what rod your neighbor has in mind. I've been asking you
Oh,
for
yeah,
3
yeah.
months.
I looked into that, Travis. I have no rods. I'm telling you right now. I saw my neighbor. My neighbor has no rods. He keeps a note. He keeps a notebook for you. So I said, "Boy, maybe I."
No, we're not playing this game right now.
It's what we've been waiting for.
Right
Huh?
I don't have a St. Croix rod at the house.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
The case of the missing St. Croix.
Does he have one?
Who?
Does he have one?
No, my neighbor doesn't have it.
When's the last time we saw each other, JP?
The last time I saw you was,
We won that tournament.
I think, one more time after that, before Panger's wedding.
I gave you that rod.
Yeah, and I
You
gave you
put
it back
your-
when I came up to do that trip.
You tell your neighbor he better start looking a little harder.
or Travis is driving down to his house.
No, I'm
Wait a
not
minute.
joking.
JP's neighbor has a rod of Travis's.
Oh, my neighbor fixes lots of Travis's rods. I got a rod repair guy as my next door
Oh.
neighbor.
So
I'm pretty good at
basically,
life, bud, and we're going to take a
rods
look
went
at my
in.
rods
Yeah.
here.
This is pretty good. Look,
So
I
if
mean,
you
nobody
look
carries.
here on line 12, you see a Legend Extreme. It's a 7-foot medium fast. It says getting fixed JP.
Uh-oh. You can't
Where's
argue
the
with
line?
the spreadsheet,
Where's the
bro.
line for the other guy that took your rods and never gave them back?
I got those
BTC?
back.
Wow, how
Ah.
did you get them?
He mailed them to me.
Wow.
Nice. Travis, don't let it
So-
go, bro.
So these are all the rods I own, the techniques, and what reels I have with them.
That's pretty good. My man's got game. You can't argue with that, JP.
I know. I can't argue with the fact that I don't have the rod, though. I mean, I searched my whole house, and my neighbor says he doesn't have it.
You got a rod of mine because I
Well,
don't
you-
have it, and I have 6 of them. Let me count how many I
Yeah,
have.
let's go. Do it now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I wouldn't have just 5 Legend Extreme 7-foot medium fast.
All right. Well, I'll keep my eyes open, I guess.
You won't keep your eyes open. You're going to go to his house tomorrow and
And
go
you're
to
gonna
his garage
search.
and say, get that rod done.
Yes. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Man.
Well.
Oh,
Case
shoot.
of the
BTC
missing St.
does
Croix.
have one of my other rods. I don't even have that in my spreadsheet.
You better put it in there with a special
Yeah.
BTC note. Come on, dude.
Oh, man.
Let's put that thing up there. It's pretty cool.
Let's see if there's any other. How many hours would I idle per year? That's a really good question.
That is a great question.
Gosh, I don't. Man,
Too bad you don't have a way to track that. That'd be really cool.
yeah, I don't know. I do
Like-
it. So, guiding very rarely. So it would be when I have, if I don't have to make a video, which I want to do more videos. So I do want, I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. Like I don't really even have the time to do that now that I think about it. I guess you could go out at night, I mean, we know a couple guys that do that, JP.
Yep.
You got a calm night, you start graphing all night long. If that's what you're into. I'll tell you what, I'm going to look at this map again with you guys. I'm going to share with you. I don't care. I'm going to share with you areas I want to start graphing more.
So, Travis, remember that day you made me stand on the front of the boat
Yeah,
as you were idling?
I remember.
What were we looking for?
I was looking for fish or boulders with you.
Yep. That's another tip. If you got 2 people, your eyes can be good.
I want to learn. I want to learn you see how, like, I know a lot of this stuff here, but if you notice, yeah, it's in that 40 plus zone. I want to scan the outer range out here.
How deep is that out there, Travis?
Like it's in that 40, 45. There's a lot of that here. And you almost can see with the contours, like areas you would check.
And
You
when
know?
does that interest you? All year? Or is it interesting to you certain times of the year?
I mean, I'm talking that summer, July, August,
Yeah.
September, October.
Right. So you're looking for deeper fish summertime.
Not always, but yeah, I mean,
I'm just saying.
honestly, if you could go out, if we had, if I wasn't fishing in the middle of April and it was sunny, you've
Sure.
seen that lake. You can see
I
down
have.
30, 40 feet in April.
It's crazy if it's not windy.
And that's a really, if you get a calm day and you can just visually look and have someone drive the boat and you can sit up there I mean, I've done it. Most of
And
the
you
time,
can-
if I'm doing that by myself, I got the trolling motor in the water to steer, yet I have my big motor in gear to save on juice, and I'm just going. I'm going. I've had so many people. I remember some canoe guy yelling at me for not being in control of the boat once.
And I'll tell you this, it is disorienting. If you're standing on the front and he's driving the big motor, even if he's on the trolling motor with the big running, you're looking down into 40 foot of water, sometimes 50, and you could see walleye on the bottom. You can see big rock veins. You can see big crevasses, like a big rock shelf and then a crevasse. It's crazy. It's disorienting. It's almost like you just want to just fall in.
Yeah.
It looks like an alien landscape. It's wild. And we saw some sand spots.
Yeah.
Anybody want to buy some cash and rods?
Were those walleyes in the sand spots, Travis?
I don't remember what we're talking about.
When we saw the walleyes on the bottom, when we thought they were giant smallies. And then you're like, no, dude, that's a walleye. And I'm like,
oh, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they might have been in sand spots. All right, JP, you want to sell some cash and rods, you said?
Yeah, I was up. I was like, man, maybe I stuck them in the attic of the basement. I just went up there and I'm like, boy, I got to sell these fucking things.
Oh, you didn't find my rod?
No, I went looking for it though.
But you do a good scan because I know you gave it to your neighbor.
Yeah.
Did
I'll
he?
go over there tomorrow.
Say, listen, Travis is 100% sure that you have one. Just tell him to look. It's probably in the corner. He must have forgot about it.
Right.
You're not going to live this one down, bud.
It could happen.
All right. How does the St. Lawrence Lake, Ontario compare to Green Bay or Door County? Well, JP has fished that area as well, so he can add to it. I think the Bay of Green Bay and Door County, Wisconsin, Lake Michigan, I think that fish is way smaller than Lake Ontario does. I think you're going to see boats every day on Lake Michigan and Bay of Green Bay, where out here you don't have to have anyone around you if you don't want to. Would you agree with that, JP?
Yeah, I think that when we were fishing out there, it was a lot different. If there was way more smaller areas to fish, and then even the areas there was so much mung on the bottom, it was hard to fish, really.
Yeah, it's a complicated place to fish. It's set up somewhat similar. The fish are going to stay. They're gonna relate to the same type of structure. It's not quite as complex as the eastern basin here of Lake Ontario, but and to be honest with you, I don't have too many magic boulders in Green Bay.
Interesting.
I'm sure
you say your Lake Ontario fish are different. What do you mean, like comparing them to inland lakes? What's the difference?
Oh, so I think, I was thinking about this. I think there's so much more vast areas for them to roam. Where I mean, listen, let's pick an inland lake I'm familiar with. Okay,
like they're way more pelagic on Ontario and the St. Lawrence. Like they're moving around a lot more.
I feel like that. Let's go to Wisconsin real quick.
So could you go to Bay of Wisconsin, or like you haven't been to a place in 20 years and you could go right back to some juice spots and they'd be there?
I think so.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Hold on. I got to figure out where I'm at. Okay, Lake Nockabee. I did really good on Lake Nockabee on a largemouth tournament once. Let's see. Yeah. I don't even know where I'm going. Oh, there it is. Here we go. Let's just pick this lake. This is a really good big smallmouth lake. It looks so simple to be able to break this down. But
it's not.
Let's say it's been quite a few years since I fished this. I would look at these humps first. I would hit your humps. I would just decide. I would just forward face and sonar these humps. That's what I would start with. Then I'd look at some of these points. Look at some of this stuff, depending on the time of year. Then I would want to find yeah, I like this. You got your deep water. Look at that. Down here on the South Shore. I would look at this type of stuff. I mean, I know in the fall, they randomly drag out on this deeper, on these flats out here in this 30 to 40. and they can be anywhere. It's the same deal. I would side scan and try to find something unique or look for marks because they might just be on some of that hard clay bottom too.
Interesting.
That's a fun lake to fish. It's been a long time since I fished that lake.
Now, where is that, Travis? Bay of
Way up
Wisconsin?
north in Wisconsin.
What
Yeah.
about that? What
Okay,
about
got
that
it.
small lake where you snap the flipping rod in half on that one bed fish?
Yeah, we won't talk about that lake, but that's a great lake.
All right.
I haven't been there in years, bud. That was fun.
Yeah.
Did we smash him that day there?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. What do we got? Any thoughts on Mexico Bay? All right, let's take you down to Mexico Bay. All right, so here's Mexico Bay. If you zoom out, guys, you see it's at the far south end of Lake Ontario. And it is very, I'm going to call it more like a flat, a huge, massive flat that has, it all looks the same. Very hard to stay on top of the fish here. I don't have enough experience. I've idled. I mean, I fish certain areas down here where I know they live, but I don't have a whole lot of experience in this zone right here. It can be done. It's so weird. Like if I have free time, I'm not driving to Mexico Bay. You know what I mean? So I don't know when if I'll ever learn that. Okay, let's say you have a large area that's all rocks. What would you look for to distinguish a spot that would hold fish? Yeah, so if you got a massive, you have to fish it through. You have to obviously use your electronics. There's not going to be any secret unless you got a couple clusters or something irregular that you can zoom in on or fish.
A bald spot. In that case, you might want to look for a bald spot amongst all the rocks.
If there is. Eric, how's the bites of cheese going?
Are they squeaking? I'm surprised I didn't get my curd sent to me. I know that's a nice gesture Travis did for you.
I thought you stopped talking to me the last couple of weeks.
They're
You were
delicious.
away on vacation.
Yeah, I was just muting so people didn't have to hear me squeaking and chewing. They're delicious, man.
We found these sunken spaceships or weird stuff.
Well, I found one thing that was weird. Remember that barge?
Well, yeah, you can find ships and shit, but
that was a pretty cool find. That was a ship, a whole ship.
Not like spaceships.
So Travis has me on the front of this boat, and we are island for a long. He goes, "Come on, bud, get up there." So I'm standing up there looking. I'm looking for what we're talking about, right? And all of a sudden, I'm like, "Stop!" Like literally a full ship, and they were loaded on that thing. Did you ever catch them off that again, Travis?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Brian asks, Amherst Island worth the run from Clayton in July? For sure. There's always fish up in that zone. But again, I'll tell you a funny story. I bet you I fished Amherst twice last year. And the year before, I probably fished it 30 times. So it just goes. And it's not because they weren't there. It's just, I don't know. Like this is such a massive place, you guys. Like I'm out here every day, yet I can't. I don't know. In the summer, I have not fished Amherst a whole lot this year. I know it very well. I fished a lot of stuff here, but it's a long poke to some of these.
It's a long drive, and then once you get out there, you're especially on a guide trip, you're devoted at that point.
Yeah. In the spring, I'll make some trips out in these zones here, but I don't do a whole lot in the summer. I'll get out to this zone. I'll go about to this zone in the summer. I would love to explore further down this way, but there's no reason, you know what I mean? There's not like you're going to get there in a tournament.
When would you recommend people go if they're coming to Ontario, St. Lawrence for the first time? No, like just pick a month.
Anytime, bud. You catch them.
Okay, gotcha.
No,
Anytime,
I can't
guys.
answer that.
That's fine. Just wondered. What month do you enjoy most?
Probably November when it's the end of the season and I can start duck hunting.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm joking.
I know.
I don't care. I like
JP,
I like October.
Why do you like October?
Personally.
And what's your favorite way to fish in October?
Deep, and I like it because there's no one. Well, there's no one ever there anyway, unless there's a national tournament. But there's no one there, and you can wear a hooded sweatshirt in the morning and a t-shirt in the afternoon. I don't know. That's why I like it.
What's deep? What's deep in your world, JP, for October?
20 to 40.
Gotcha. And how are you fishing for them most days?
Dropping on them.
You're dropping straight down.
Yeah, pitching to them. Maybe not straight down, but
no, I know. 10, 20, 30 feet. Okay, gotcha. Cool.
John Mango asked what's the longest run I ever made. I think the longest run was Messina, which is somewhere in here. No, not that far. I don't know. I'm guessing Messina. So I ran this whole river, and I ran. Well, the only reason why it was the longest run because I did a loop. So it was a BFL a long, long time ago.
Wow.
And I ran out here.
How many hours did it take you?
2.5.
Wow.
I ran out here and then I had to run all the freaking way down here.
Whoa.
Which is far enough some days.
Right.
And I ran all the way back. I filled up 3 times that day.
That's crazy. Well, since you guys asked, my favorite time to fish is when I can go shallow with Travis and maybe get a mixed bag. There's nothing more thrilling than being with Travis, who can see fish better than anybody I've ever fished with, and to have a shot at watching a smallie chase and eat. There's something incredible about that clear water. Or the day we were making super crazy long casts to flat, clean rock. That was amazing. The wind was blowing. The poles were down. We caught them a lot of different ways. The day with George. That's just magical to me. Because all of a sudden, you got the poles down and a school of smallies appears out of nowhere, coming off a sand patch. And it's just like, holy crap. And then they disappear. And then you kind of like figure which way they're going. You make a cast and you hook up because they find your bait. That I love the shallow game up there. Less so deep for me, but that's just a personal thing. But you are an extraordinarily good. Well, you're great deep as well. But there was something just magical about being shallow with you, mixing up the bait selection, and seeing it, and watch you chase one and get him to bite. That's crazy. Like watching this big, dark 6-pound smallie going, foop, foop, foop. And you know, you're taking shots. You gave me a couple shots, I had no chance, and you finally hook the fish and catch him. That's just amazing. Anyway, man, that's my 2 cents on it. Yeah. That's why I was trying to ask. Like, I know you always say there's always shallow fish and there's always deep fish. I was trying to get to, you know, if somebody was really into the visual aspect of shallow water fishing, when is the best shallow time? I guess during the spawn.
I mean, you can do it in April, right?
Right.
Really well, because it's crystal clear.
Sure it is.
You can do it in May.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, June when they're spawning.
Yeah.
July is going to have fish still shallow.
Sure.
You get that summer shallow bite going. I mean, I'm telling you, dude, like it's
pretty amazing.
There is not a bad deal.
It's nice when it's warmer out and you get that shallow water bite. You know what I mean? I've never experienced it when I'm warm. Like, you know, I am always bundled up when I'm up there with you. I can't
Yeah.
even imagine being up there and being able to fish in like regular clothes
Right.
and getting on a shallow water bite. I mean, one day maybe before I leave the planet, we'll do it because that would be magical to me. I mean, it's all been magical, but there's just something special about that visually seeing the fish. Like that day we were out there and there were just groups of smallies, and or that day they were being finicky in that bay and we finally put a couple pieces together to get them to bite. Anyway, I could tell 100 stories about fishing with you.
All right.
I guess.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's show.
Fantastic.
Appreciate everybody watching. Oh, we got to pick a winner. I'm going to give you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone else wants to do the super chat? What else? Again, I got some dates available if you're interested in coming up here with me. Yeah. I'll give you this. If anyone wants to come up for the early season, it's kind of weird. I got a couple dates still. I have April 18th, 23rd, and 30th. And then I have May 5th available. Because Eric's coming up on the 6th. And then for the spawn, I still have June 18th, 19th, 25th, 26th, and 30th. So I got 5 days in June yet to fill.
Whoa.
I
That's
know.
going to be a good time.
July, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 dates in July still. And then August, I got a bunch. So Tyler asked if we mess around with the suspended smallmouth that are out there. Not a whole lot. I've come across it a handful of times, but they're never in the same spot twice. And it's just a lot of times in those big waves, I got to be on something certain, meaning like I prefer to be on a break or be on an area that I'm familiar with and transition zones and kind of highways that they use versus just going out there. I mean, listen, I'll show you exactly how it goes down here. Where was I? I was somewhere out in this zone here in this 50-foot of water right out here. And I remember because Keith Poche called me that day.
No way.
And I was like, dude, this was a couple of years ago. This is when people started, I guess, shaking the minnow more, but not.
Yeah.
It wasn't like out yet. And at that time, I was using the Demiki Armor Shad, and I was actually. It was almost more. I was able to just shake it above their heads, almost like I was drop shotting right below the boat. Is kind of how that went down, but suspended. And there was a pretty big group of fish down, 20 feet. And that was fun, but it's very hard to come across that. They definitely are out there. Your best thing to do is follow the cormorants and the birds and the seagulls and seeing where they feed. They live on a lot of the islands out here, and you can kind of see. That's going to tell you at least a good starting spot where the bait fish are. Or look for the walleye boats, because there is some hardcore walleye guys that will do some trolling out in here. And sometimes they can stay with the bait too. But I don't know. It's a lot. It's not a high percentage thing to do. That's why I don't do it too much. Frank asks if you need a Canadian license or you stay in the States. I go on any given day. I'll be in Canadian waters and the U.S. waters throughout the day because the border is so close to everything. I think the border runs there's two parts of the river. There's a Canadian side for the most part up here, and the U.S. side. So we bounce around there, and then really the line comes straight out of the mouth on the U.S. side, and then goes down this way. So, like, let's say we launch here, I might fish these points, and I might hop over to this island here and fish this in one day. So I like to have both licenses. If someone's really against it, I'm cool with, if you just want a New York license, that's fine. Frank, I think you're okay in Canada on a boat if you have that issue. I think that refers to more stepping on the shore. You'd have to look into that more. I've had clients talk about that in the past. I think you'll be okay. But if you want to do a trip up here and you want to stay in New York, I'm good with that too. I mean, we can launch, and I mean, I plan the trips based on the weather conditions. So, I mean, I launch out of Henderson a lot. We can stay right here all day and catch fish. Not a problem.
Yeah. Kind of got it dialed.
What's the best way to catch them? Shallow. Man, shallow. I'm going to throw a Ned rig shallow. But there's also times you can throw a small swim bait or a chatterbait or a spinnerbait or a jerkbait. I'm just telling you the most efficient way is with a net. Did JP just cut out like that? Just like that?
He really did.
Wow.
He's looking for your rod.
Okay,
He said
good.
he had to go. He's going to his neighbor's house right now.
Okay, good.
Doing a 10 p.m. surge. I like that mini max. I like that little swim bait with a Ned head. Dynamite, very visual. Nice, cool bite. Cover a lot of water with it. Cast it a mile.
Yeah.
Right? Ned, of course. Holy crap. A light finesse jig. 8 ounce to 3/16 ounce. Like my little finesse shaky jig worm right there. 8 ounce 3/16. We got the football head one. I know Derek's working on that, right, Travis? Does he have that available yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I'm trying to respond to people, and it's saying YouTube rejected your comment. This usually means, there it goes. Someone asked if I ever fished Simcoe.
Ah, got it.
Yeah. Steve asked, does a strong east wind impact the lake as much as it does the river? No, but it's a little bit easier to fish. I prefer to fish the lake with an east wind. Your currents will change a little bit. But if you got fish relating to some deep structure, I would check those spots still, regardless of an east wind. But you're also allowed to maybe have a little bit of fun out there and do something differently with it, with that east wind, because you can kind of, a lot of times I like to run like any of these bays. Every bay you see here has fish up shallow and on these breaks. And it just you to kind of take advantage of that, especially if you got a 15 or 20 mile east wind. I mean, it can be a little rough even out in this zone.
Yeah.
Like you got to still stay pretty tight to shore.
I like that. That's my favorite, shallow water. 8 ounce of 3/16. I make it available on the Bass Lab with a Leo General or a Nico Leech. And if you're getting a Nico Leech, please use Travis's Tackle Warehouse link.
There you go. We do use spy baits quite a bit. And listen, the only reason why I never fished Simcoe, and I've had some people on before that fished it, and I just heard mixed reviews. I heard that it's got some giants, but it's not an easy place, and it's just, I don't feel like burning a couple days to go.
How far is that from you, Travis?
I don't think it's much more than 4 hours.
Okay, and it's in Canada.
Yeah. It's a very popular destination. I mean, look at, we're, as the crow flies, I mean, it's, where is it? Right there.
What's the Simcoe record?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, the St. Lawrence just put out a what? 9?
Yeah. Would it be fun? Man, I would be like, what do you do? So where's the boat ramp? What am I going to fish? This thing's huge, right? It's probably way bigger than it looks. You're probably going to have to break it down. And then you're like, am I
Yeah.
even in the right section? I'm going to tell you what I would do right now. Let's say I was going there in July. And those that fish
Yeah.
it, you can laugh at me.
I'd go to that island.
Hold on.
You gotta love an island.
Yeah. I'm going to go right in here. I'm going to start in here. Let me know in the comments if I suck or not. I don't know. I didn't look at the whole lake yet. I'd be studying this for a while.
That's fair.
Okay.
That was just first glance.
At first glance, I'd go there.
Yeah.
Oh, what's all this stuff up in here?
Whoa, is there a river that feeds it?
Oh, shit.
Oh no, we might be riding up there.
I don't know what we're doing now.
Well, how far does that go up? Is there
I'll
is there
try to get
inflow?
into this Lake St. John.
Oh, we're going there for sure.
Ditch to get in there.
Is that a bridge?
Nothing. We're screwed.
Nothing, man.
Not portage.
Portage to Camus.
I'll tell you where I'd love to go. I'd love to go to Georgian Bay.
Dude, remember those guys that watch the show?
Yeah.
They're like, they have the lodge up there. They're like, come up anytime.
I know. Damn,
Right?
bro. Just to go, I don't even know. I don't even know where to start there. It's too overwhelming.
Right.
Huh. Anyways.
It's fun to look at maps and think about new places. And Georgian Bay, like that's way in Canada, right?
Yeah. I like part of Lake Huron, but yeah.
Wow. How far is that from your house, you think?
8, 9, 10.
Oh, well, that's a day trip.
Yeah.
Who are those guys, Travis? They got a lodge there.
Yeah. I remember I got their information. Lake Erie Lee asks, what is my jerkbait setup? Let's answer that real quick.
Good question. I know what mine isn't. It's a whip snake.
Right? I use the Victory. Model number is VTC68MXF. So medium extra fast. That's my bait casting setup. And then I use the Legend Tournament Bass Rod Pinpoint, I think it's called. And that's going to be if I'm throwing it on a spinning rod. I want to just double check so I make sure I got that. I was going to order another one this year, but I decided not to. I just don't do it enough on a spinning rod.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
It's the Legend Tournament LBT68 medium extra fast. All right, what else we got? Oh, that's the perch ground.
Well, at least we got dinner for the night. Going to the perch ground.
All right.
Michael says.
There we go. Well, we're going to put that in as a super chat anyways. So there you go.
Absolutely. That's right.
Let's see.
He only said November because it's duck hunting season. Don't you worry, Michael. You knew he wasn't telling the truth. He says that's when it's over. He can get in that duck boat and go shoot some ducks alone.
That's right.
Man, good show, dude. Way to go.
Yeah, I didn't even
This was I know you didn't even scratch
get a chance to go through my Ned rigs, bud.
Whoa, why don't you wait a minute? Why don't you do that next week? So you talked about how you find fish. Oh, you got to do stuff. Oh, I thought you were going to go through some of the gear next week.
No, we're going to try to get some guests eventually.
Who would you like to have on? Maybe we could get Takahiro on, man. He just won.
Yeah.
Talk. Yeah. Hank
What did he
Sherry.
win?
He won an MLF event on Hartwell.
All right.
Stuck with 2 rods on the deck all week. Chatterbait. Didn't turn his live scope on ever. And won it.
All right.
In practice, he did.
Let me
power fishing.
let me see who the winner is here.
Super chatted up. Who do you got?
And then what are we gonna do? So yeah, I might try to get a guest lined up next week. I got some people that we're talking to, but
Okay.
hope you guys like this stuff.
They loved it. If do more of this.
Oh,
This was fantastic.
okay.
Do
Maybe
more
we'll
of
talk
this.
about- yeah. You know what I want to do? I want to do a largemouth one too. And I want you to talk about rivers. I want to talk about some inland lakes and how I start and where I start. You know, it's different up north, guys. If we were in an impoundment or, you know, someplace down south, my largemouth talk would be a little bit different. I would like to touch base on that too in the future because I take a lot of my northern routes when I go down south, and when I've traveled and competed in events, I didn't do too bad, you know.
I think you should break one down. Pick one that you did. You could probably point people to the video, tell them how you broke that body of water down, what you did, especially on some of your high finishes. I think that'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
do that, dude.
A lot, dude. I miss that a little bit.
You were really good when you traveled. You were going with Panger, and you know, I remember talking to you a few times. That was really exciting for me too, to follow along and brainstorm with you a little bit and watch you do well and finish. I mean, you had some nice finishes, man. You knocked on the door a couple times. I think it'd be cool. I think people would really like to know that. Because you're much more versatile than just smallies. I mean, that's what you focus on. It's your living now. But you know, you spent a lot of time traveling, 2 years on the elites, and certainly fished the circuit on the BFL quite a bit. Toyotas, right?
The Toyotas were fun, and some of the championships. I mean, I think Chickamauga was one of my favorite. Just preparing for a tournament and fishing the tournament.
I think you should. How did you break down Chickamauga? I mean, I think you should pull up the map.
What was the lake? I almost went to the Forest Wood Cup.
Yeah, what was that?
I don't remember.
Neither do I. It'll come to you. But that's what I think you should do. I think you should break down how you approached it.
I think it was Cumberland.
It was Lake Cumberland. It was Cumberland.
That was fun too.
Dude, for sure.
Man.
Break that down. People would love to hear that, man.
That was one of the first lakes where I really got active with the forward-facing sonar. I remember into a pocket, and I took my Ned rig on a fish that was suspended, and it was a smallmouth.
Yeah.
I caught him, and I got stuck on that pattern and for like the next day or two. I couldn't figure it out, but we were casting crankbaits over old graveyards. That's how we caught them.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So cool. Yeah. Yeah, and you learned a few things about color. Remember that? That was really weird.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Running.
We had to make our special color roboworm that week.
Yeah, because they were running from the most popular one. And then if you threw the right color, they ate it.
I remember.
So that answered the question, at least that day, that tournament, lure color mattered. And you wouldn't think it would. But the only way you knew it was live scope.
All right, let's pick our winner, and it is Bob B.
Let's go, Bobby.
Go. Bobby, if you can reach out to me on social media, or you can find my email through my website and just send me your full name and address, and we'll get that prize package out to you. And we'll have another one. I appreciate everyone that sent those super chats in tonight.
Yeah, really great show, man. Really great job today.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool, taking out the map, relating stories. I try to ask some good questions. I try to throw in what I love to do with you. Man, if you ever get a chance to fish with him up there, guys, you should book a trip. It's ridiculous. Ridiculously fun, ridiculously good, magical body of water. And make him take you shallow if they're shallow, if he can find them.
I'll take you
And
where I'm
he'll
gonna
take you where they're going to take. He's going to take you where you take you. You just cast and listen. If he tells you to cast 30 feet, don't move that line. Let that jig just sit there.
something like that. Oh, I got a big day tomorrow.
What do you got to do?
I don't know, but I got to do something with my life, so
Okay.
figure it out.
Make a video. Hey, did you ever like make videos of all the technique things we did up there?
I'm working on it. I got a few weeks left.
You got a few ones in the can of me and you fishing?
Oh, did we miss
Remember
some videos?
Dude, we did like 17 videos. That's way in the archive. You probably taped over that stuff.
Probably.
We shot 17 technique videos up there.
I remember.
How many did you produce?
Couple.
Yeah, right. So there's probably 14 to go.
There
Do
you
something
go.
with your life and make those vids, man.
All right.
Especially if they're good. We had some days, man. Remember we did the spinner, the inline spinner one?
Yep.
We did the Simcoe one. We did the swim bait one, which you did produce.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
did the cranking one. What else did we do?
Oh,
Tube, Carolina rig.
yeah.
You did that one.
Yeah.
Those were good vids, man. Those are fun days. God, I love that.
So I don't
I
do
really-
too much musky fishing. Somebody asked. I see them out there, and it's a good musky. There's a lot of big muskies around, but I just never got into it.
Yeah, live scope on muskies is devastating. They're so big. They can't hide. Not saying you can generate a bite, but literally.
Hey,
it's
I
almost-
don't want to quit. We got a few more minutes here, but I got to take a bathroom break. Can you tell us what's at the Bass Lab again?
I already told you what's the best left. All right. Excuse me, guys. I'm nursing like a little bit of a head cold. And the string cheese is probably not helping. What'd you guys like about tonight's show? That's what I first want to hear. How many people are still watching? We still got a lot of people in the house. I want to hear what you guys thought of the show. What shows like this would you like to see more often? If we're going to do breaking down bodies of water, more technique-driven shows, let's hear it. I'm just going to let that marinate for a second. Thank you guys for all the questions tonight. I see Weensy's in the chat. What's up, Weensy? Michael Noonan. You just got here. I know that. Yes, the MEPS Braun Slammer is nasty. Should check it out. All right, Robbie Brody. Map details. Breaking down the lake. I thought that was fantastic. Thank you, Lake Erie Lee. You got to ask questions to draw it out. That's right. P. Herbert led Michael's comments. Cool.
Boom.
Yes, pure raw info and stories. Great learning experience. There you go.
I gotta find something.
Brian, thank you very much. Cool. Yeah, it's really cool because I got a chance to fish some moving baits for smallies. It wasn't all about dragging.
What's it called?
Breaking down the contours. Largemouth talk would be cool. Devin, sure. We could do that. I just asked people what people liked about this show. What would they want to see more of, Travis?
I'm just trying
seasonal
to find
patterns, techniques. That's good, Riley. Yep. Waiting for smallies. I have seen Travis get out of the boat multiple times.
Oh, I'll show you a quick video.
Yeah, let's see it.
If I may.
Please do. Bass
figure-
After Dark, Brandon, waiting for smallies. That'd be a great show. Nothing like getting in the water waiting for a fish. Yeah, the night Steve Hardy. I agree. More of it, man.
How do you download?
How to turn followers into bites when scoping.
Ah,
Jig fishing for largemouth. We could do that LP for sure.
all right. I'm gonna try to play
Cue
this
it up. Okay.
just so you understand what it's like in
An ice hut
no.
in Wisconsin cheese factories.
I want to show you what it's like in Wisconsin last week.
All right. Mark D, that'd be a great show. Sure.
Where's the ultimate one?
Lyrad, we got you there for sure, man. There's a million topics and techniques. Agreed. Buzzbait refresher course. I got you there, man. No, Brad, we have not rescheduled the rat show on Bass After Dark. It's gonna have to be at a later date. It's all centered around Jerry Rago as the OG rat man. So TBD.
Why can't I find it?
I don't know what you looking for, bud.
Oh man, you're gonna flip out.
What?
You're not gonna believe it.
That is a decoy Merlot from George Potash, and on the back it's a special vintage one from the auction. You're auctioning off a duck. Bassett Burger. I think my first is Smith Mountain Lake in March. So I'm going to head for my first tournament. We missed a few in February that we could have jumped into, but I still don't know why. But anyway, definitely March. Smith Mountain Lake. Fluid and hydrodynamics and how they impact bait action and water displacement. I would say that would be an analysis paralysis show. That's a bait designer show. So you'd have to get people from like, Depth, the Sakamata folks on, or crankbait builders that understand fluid dynamics and why they do shapes and bills the way they do them.
This is a bar I frequent in Wisconsin. This was opening day.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
just bringing the sturgeon in.
Come on, Tony.
Where else you get to see that?
Nowhere.
It's not something you see every day.
Your fish.
I sat right in that chair.
That's just crazy.
Isn't it?
The bloody tails on the floor. Capones.
Are you joking me right now? You guys are dumb. Seriously.
I love her accent.
Joking, Mark?
Where's that one guy?
Hit finish.
Well, I couldn't find that one.
Thank you. There's a, I know it doesn't look like it. There's another one.
There you
Look
go.
at that. Look at that little one.
There's a, I know it doesn't look like it.
What do they taste like, Travis?
I don't know. Sturgeon?
Yeah. No, you ever had one?
Yeah.
Do they steak it?
Yeah. You can smoke it too.
Yeah. Do you like it?
It's fine.
But I mean, like on the order of the best tasting fish you've
No.
ever had from freshwater to sturgeon, where is it rate? Middle of the pack?
Like a
Lower? Like a what?
That was like a merganser.
I don't know what a merganser tastes like.
It ain't good.
All right, so sturgeon is not good.
It's fine.
Okay, it's fine. If you're hungry, you'll eat it. Are people getting it for the roe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do they do with the roe? Can it? Smoke it?
Um.
Fry it?
Yeah.
All-
Didn't I
all of the
show
above.
you? I thought I showed you some sturgeon spearing last time, didn't we?
You mean like the actual
Yeah,
somebody
you guys
throwing the
seen it.
spear into the water?
Yeah, that's how they're doing it. So,
No, I've never seen that.
all right, here
I've
it
never
is.
seen that. I've never
Here it
seen
is.
that. I'm sitting back and watching. This is crazy. What the heck?
Me and Jake landed one, believe it or not.
Dude, no way.
What's the horn? He had a deer horn.
That could have been like his lucky charm down there.
70 inches?
It's a big one.
Oh, yeah, 70.
That's what it looks like.
You got to tag it, right?
He's got him on. He's all by himself.
Whoa.
That sturgeon's pissed, man. He was just trying to swim around, having a good day.
He got speared in the back.
Get him.
Brutal.
Anyways, here comes
That's
one.
crazy.
See the decoy?
1 hour over halfway. That's how you look at the positive side. If you want to look at the negative side, that means we have 2 hours left.
So those are the decoys, right?
Yep. See him?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Get the handle up. There you go. Is he off? No. No, why is that not coming out?
Wow.
Why is that not coming out?
Crazy.
Is he on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just minding my own business. Get that antique pike out of there.
There you go. Now he's off. Now give it. There you go. Get the handle out of the way. There you go. I got the handle. There you go, buddy.
Anybody ever get pulled into a hole by a big giant sturgeon?
Yeah.
Get your weight.
It's like Moby Dick. What if he had like a 200-pound sturgeon?
I hear you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, laugh it up, guys.
That's better.
You don't got to spear
than
your
big
back.
deer.
Oh, for sure.
I've never seen a sturgeon that
Look at
big
that
in
guy.
person. You know, like physically
You know?
see it. You know,
Look how
usually
big
see
that
those
one
big ones on a camera when you can only see down a couple feet. That fish was huge.
They got 2 decoys
Definitely
in the
wouldn't be
water.
ashamed to go hang that on the pole.
Yeah.
That was neat.
1.5 feet, probably.
Yeah.
Don't look like a lot of ice, does it?
No,
Man,
there's
what is
not.
that?
When we
That's
put
a
that
giant
over the-
one.
We're
How
on
big
him
is
now.
that one?
I'm starting to lose faith there for a minute.
Now they're using the camera?
Look at that big one.
Spirit.
Good God.
We got him, Brooklyn.
Whoa.
Grab the rope. the other spear. No, I got him.
No, you grab it.
Hold the rope.
Oh, brutal. This is savage, man. It's like whaling.
Go get Dan.
It's like shallow water whaling.
Go get
Hang on.
Go outside with him.
Please go near me.
Well, man.
Oh, man.
Poor guy.
That's
He's
nice.
freezing.
Hold him in.
Quirky, good job. I got one. I got one.
And those spears got a lot of prongs.
Yeah.
Hey, gap.
And then they're like,
Jake sticks one 4 feet outside of the hole, dude.
There
What
you
a
go.
shot. What if Sturgeon had like shark teeth, man? Maybe they'll start growing them to fight back.
Yeah.
People
I've
getting bit in the toe.
caught a few sturgeon in my life on a rod, but
Well, didn't you fight that one up at Will's? You thought it was a big giant world record salmon. It was a sturgeon.
yeah, I remember that.
Oh, you went live.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was live with you. How big was that sturgeon?
I think it was pretty big.
It was pretty big. Crazy, man. Wow. That's wild, man. Some crazy stuff. That's a big hole. Chainsaw hole. Watch that. And they all use those decoys. So is the sturgeon going to eat the pickerel decoy?
No,
or is
they're
he just curious, like, hey, hi, friends. He's coming in to say hi to his fish friends, and he gets his, oh, what's that in my back?
Yeah, he's just curious.
He's just curious to come over and say hi to the perch and the pike.
Yeah.
Why aren't you guys moving much? Oh, you're fake. I see. Ow. I got the spirit.
Yeah.
Oh, poor guy.
Oh. All right, let's wrap this up.
Yeah, good show, man. Great job. Everybody give a hand to Travis, man, and Big JP. 10 out of 10, dude. Way to go. They want more of that, Travis. Give the people what they want.
We will.
All right. Love it.
All right. As always, until next time, see you guys.
Peace.